the old PGA pros. They had this much simpler kind of wisdom.
I would advise every player that I talk to, even if I was talking to Tiger Woods, I would not advise him to play with this putter.
Pretty.
Beauty.
I just want to do it the best that I can possibly do it. The best way to do it, keep it as simple as possible, but make it effective.
Dang.
Guys, we had an awesome Canyon Cup. What did we end up shooting, guys?
5 under.
Yeah, both teams shot 5 under. It was one of the most awesome intensives ever. Did you guys have fun? All right, we'll see you at the next one, guys. Hit them long and hit them straight. Good morning, Miracle Swingers. I've got an awesome video for you today. And I opened up with some of the material for my last 2 intensives because the next MSC intensive is September 3rd and 4th here in Pasadena, California. It's 18 hours of golf instruction, drills, short game, and putting. And it's making a difference in my life, guys. It's making a difference in the lives of my students. John just won his first tournament with his OTT swing, shooting a 78 to win an Am Tour event. John's got really, really great golf coming in front of him. And my buddy Jason, who just picked up the game, just shot 85. He came out to see me for a private lesson. I encourage you guys, if you're local, come on out for a private lesson. Sometimes people will fly in for a day and we'll do like a mini intensive. But Jason came out for a lesson, wanted to do the intensive, and he's like 15 strokes better. I mean, the guy is an athlete. He just needed to be pointed in the right direction, and I think that it's going to save him years of irritation because he's getting better very quickly. Now, I want to tell you guys a quick story about playing in my skins game. I haven't played in the skins game in like 6 weeks because I was traveling and I got sick, and then my kid had golf camp, and all these things were interfering with the Tuesday skins game. And I played with 3 guys who are elite level golfers. We were in the first group, and they wanted to play a skins game inside of the big skins game. I'm like, okay, sure. You know, I felt pretty confident. And so if you make a birdie and you win the skins, you still have to validate to win the skins on the following hole. You have to make either a par, or if somebody else makes a birdie, they can steal your skin pot. So it's kind of an intense game. And on the 15th hole, all the skins were still on the table because we kept trading off. Everybody had a birdie putt. Mine was the longest, about 15 feet. And man, bam, I drained that joker to take the lead in the skins, but I had to validate on the next hole. Piped a drive down the middle, 7-iron into the green. I had 167 back pin, 3-tier green, water river left, wind blowing in my face. And at the last second, I'm like, man, I don't want to be short. And so I grab my 6-iron. I try and take some off of it in the wind. And man, I flipped it, pulled it left, man. I'm like, oh man. And all the guys are like, hits a tree, comes back out 52 yards away from the pin. I'm like, okay. And they're like, wow, you're still alive. I hit a pitch shot. I've been working on my short game, skipped it up 2 levels, checked it 6 feet left of the pin on the top tier, drained the putt to win all the skins on these jokers. And these guys are good. It felt amazing. And it's all because I've been able to focus on my short game now that I feel like I'm striking the ball pretty well. I mean, granted, I had that mishap, but that's one of the things that you just have to go through and learn from, you know? I mean, I don't think I should be trying to hit a 3/4 shot and decelerate when I'm under pressure. I'm probably better to go ahead and hit a full 7-iron next time. That's a new thing that I learned. But I want to encourage you to come out to the next MSC Intensive, September 3rd and 4th. I've had several inquiries, just started signing people up. There's only 8 spots. We're going to have guest instructors. It's going to be incredible, just like the last one. So hit me up, Christo, at myswingevolution.com if you'd like to join. And here's a clip from my intro of the last MSC Intensive here in Pasadena. because I'm talking about making the game easier on ourselves. You know, let's get a little bit of ease into our game, and part of it is having good technique, part of it is being trained, and then you can trust what you've trained. So hit them long and hit them straight. Check out this video, and I hope you have a great day.
Well, is this the first intensive on the OTT swing, or did you do one?
I've done one, but I was still kind of like not convinced that, like, you know, I've had several, like, you know, a dozen students that I've worked with, and it's just, I'm just absolutely convinced this is the simplest and best way to hit a golf ball. Like for me, I think that even though you guys know my story, I was a super frustrated golfer, I became a lot better during the course of my swing evolution. The amount of effort I put into my golf swing, most men do not have the hours to spend that I did. And even though I played a pretty good game and became, you know, a pretty good golfer around these parts, you know, it's still, I was still always searching. I felt like there was still something missing. And unbelievably, this has basically given it to me. So if I want to take this back, my shoulders are gonna turn naturally. I don't have to think about it. And I can feel where this ball is in my hand, that I want to apply pressure to this ball to throw it down into the ground. And that's essentially the same thing that's happening with this club. You know, I was talking about Bruce Litsky saying he wants to feel the weight of the club head, because I'm going to throw the club head down into this ball that's on the ground. And as long as I simply take it up to the inside, I shouldn't have any problem making solid contact with this ball. Of course, there's always pressure when I do this, but I think we'll be all right. So that's essentially how I hit practically every ball nowadays. There's not some, I can hit a bad shot, sure, but the train wreck stuff that used to happen, and really, to be honest with you, the train wrecks happen here long before the train crashes. You know what I mean? So to get the garbage out of your head is the greatest gift I can give you guys this weekend. But what happens because of that is you can just hit solid shots. The game shouldn't be so hard. And when I met Jack Nicklaus, I've never met anybody who was so matter-of-fact about the game. Do you have trouble slicing the golf ball? How many times have you heard people tell you you're swinging over the top? That's your problem. What if I told you the natural motion of swinging over the top is actually the best way to hit the golf ball? Would you think I'm crazy? Well, I'm here today to tell you about the over-the-top miracle. The best part is it's a natural motion based on a throw.
What I worked on there was trying to get as far back as I could inside, tried to stay down through the ball.
Do you think you picked up some yardage since we've been working on this stuff?
On the driver, at least 50 to 60 yards.
It's dynamite.
It's crazy.
You don't have to be stuck with an over-the-top slice. That's why I created the new video, The Over-the-Top Miracle. Transform your game with the over-the-top miracle swing at myswingevolution.com.